Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a short wave pattern here on the euro. First target coming off at 9.05. Second target we've got down here at 88. Let's go to 91. Give it a decent front run, and we're going to take everything off down there. Now the primary reason behind that is if we look at the day, we are mostly down, right? We've been trending down for the most part, but it's been really, really lazy. We cracked that new low, and then it comes right back up again. We've seen that several times so far where it does that. So because of that, we're not looking for a big runner. We're just looking to crack that low and come right back up into the range again. So using that information to our advantage, we know that going for a big aggressive target, it's probably not the best idea. We're probably not going to get that target filled. Now, in terms of the wave pattern itself, we're setting up on a late wave short here, coming in a little bit later to the move, but overall it's still looking great to the downside. It's just a little bit of a slow start is all. We've been seeing that kind of really all morning where we've been seeing lots of range-bound market conditions and just slow in general. So got to play this one by ear, but so far looking at the first target here at 10.905, that means that our first target's going to be 12 ticks. And then the secondary target down here at 8.91 is going to give us 26. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the euro ticks at 12.50 a tick. So at 12, that's 24 or 24 ticks total, 2 contracts at 12. That means that times 1250, it's $300 on that first target, right? So it ticks in 1250, just slightly different. But outside of that, everything else is pretty much the exact same. Now, if we get all these targets filled to the downside, we're looking at 76 ticks overall, which is a pretty nice haul when it comes to the euro. The euro's not exactly a huge mover, so 76 ticks is nothing to shake a stick at, that's for sure. Now, at 1250, that means it's going to be $950 if we can get them all filled. So just shy of 1,000 to get that big, really not even that big of a move down. We're only looking for under 30 ticks to the low side to get that move. So everything looking good, if just a little bit slow. So we'll give this a little bit of time here and see if we can get that target filled at 9.05. All right, we're seeing that continued selling pressure here. We're testing our target, have yet to fill it, but we do have the tests. 1.0905 is the target here, just waiting for it to actually fill us. Now, the overall downside targets here, you'll notice that it came back and whipped a break-even stop here at 9.35. You can see that pretty blatantly obvious right there. So instead of going to break-even, I already know they're hunting that level. So because of that, we're going to leave our stop back a little ways here and drop it above that little kind of hunting, right? You can think of that as the tracks of the hunter. We're hunting the hunter. We can see those tracks coming in. So because of that, we're going to lock in at 10.919 instead of going right to break-even because we've already seen proof of them coming back to whip that level out. So going to 919 should keep us safe. It's only an adjustment of 2 ticks, right? So even if we do get stopped out, we lose 4 ticks. So not going to be too upset if it comes back on us. Still a beautiful move down so far. Definitely taking its time. You know, we got short 910. We're going on 940 now. So it's definitely been a long laster, that's for sure. Kind of what we've been seeing all morning so far in the euro. Now it's just a matter of seeing if it wants to get those legs and start running to the downside and catch that 10.891 a little bit lower down to bag that 26 tick target. So just a matter of time at this point. We've got our stop in a logical location, 10.919. Everything ready to go from there. So we'll give it a little bit more time, hopefully. It might be a little more than a little bit, but otherwise looking at 891 for the final target. All right, finally starting to see those sellers come back in the game here. We broke the lows. We're going a little bit past 10 o'clock now, so we've been in this one for quite a while here. Looking for that final target, we came close. 91 is the final target. We went as low as 93, so just a couple ticks away. So because of that, if the market does come back higher, I don't want to give anything back, so we'll lock our stop into a profitable position here at 915. If we go one more tick down here to 92, then we'll lock our stop in even closer. There we go. So we'll lock our stop in to 901. That way, if it does reverse on us, we still make our profit on it. But overall, looking at a really, really nice move down. It just took a really long time to get going. 891 is going to be the final target if we can get that one filled. We came one tick away so far, which is why we locked our stop in a little bit closer, because if we form a reversal from here, I'm not willing to try to, get all fussed up about 1 tick. I'm more than happy just saying, perfect, 1 tick away, good enough, give me my profit, 901. One big kind of concerning factor here is we do have this 1.0900 level, which is kind of a big level here that has been acting as support pretty much all morning. That's where we actually caught the bottom end of this wave bounce here for this trigger in short. So the fact that it held there at 900, that kind of explains why we saw so much ricochet inside here. And it also explains why when we finally broke through it, we we call it a nice move down. So there again, a nice move in this case is 10 ticks. It's just a type of day, really, but that kind of explains and puts into respect those big levels like that. Keeping an eye on that 900, that 1100 level, 1.1 thousand, 800, 700, those big levels can play a really big part in what you're seeing in price action, and it's a really good idea to be very careful around those levels. So we're looking at our final target here at 91. If it does come back and stop us out in a reversal bar, we take 901 as our stop, and that's still 16 ticks. So regardless, we're still up 32 ticks on that final runner, even if it does come back and give it back. Otherwise, we lock in 26. Obviously, we prefer 26 in this case. So you can see it's still very, very slow. We'll give it a little bit more time here. See if we can tag that 91, give us our fill, and then we can call this one a trade. Overall, looking really good, and either way, we're still in a profitable position. Just got to wait for it to give us our fill. All right, so we have our target tested, and it didn't fill. Now, because it tested and didn't fill, I'm okay just taking it right here. Yeah, we'll just get out right now. There's no sense in arguing over one tick. If it's not going to fill me, it's not going to fill me, and we'll just take it here. So we got our fill here at 92, just a slight adjustment, 25 ticks. Just made a little bit more sense with the weakness that we were kind of seeing and the fact that we've been sitting in this for a very long time, and it still couldn't fill me to the tick, right? So it did tick through it. So if you held on to it and had a little bit more patience, you made an extra tick. I'm not going to argue over one tick, right? We just talked about that a little bit ago. So taking it off at 92 instead of 91 just made a little bit more sense. We've been sitting in this for a very long time. 912 is our entry, and we're going on 10:06 now. So we've been sitting in this for almost an hour, and it still couldn't fill me, right? So because of that, I'm not going to play around with it. Give me one tick less, that's fine. 25 ticks, more than happy with 25 ticks on that final part there. So because of that slight adjustment, we took 2 off at 12, 2 off at 25, so it locks in 74 ticks instead of that 76 we were looking for. Now 74 ticks at 12.50 a tick is 925. So you can see $25 difference to get out a little bit early, a little bit more conservative. I'm A-okay with that. So $925 on the trade, and that's going to do it for us. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com, and as always, we'll catch you next time.